Lekki is a commercial part of Lagos where we not a lot of guys that have money. So it's more like it's a social class thingy.
Yeah.
So it's believed that if you have a lot of money, you stay in Lekki, and then the not so
Rich people stay in
that
mainland.
it's not confirmed, but that's the
So
idea.
that's the idea.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
not
I
so people
understand.
stay in mainland, and now you're giving the mainland folks an idea of what Lekki apartment look like. Do you
Yeah.
think the mainland can afford it? Do you think it's something?
Oh, definitely, they can. They can. We've not had any issue of people not being able to rent any of our apartments.
We've been on the mainland from reception, and we're still on the mainland now,
Yeah.
and then some of our future projects are still on the mainland. Do you ever think at some point in the business plan one move to the island?
Yes, we might move, but I'm not enthusiastic about it. There's nothing too interesting there.
500 million apartment,
And I've done the maths. It's not profitable.
If you do a drone shot of Yaba, it will be difficult to see any place with green grass. Like the idea of what we know as land, you most likely might not see any place like that. Like land. You most likely might not see. So if they are not lands, how are we having built in Europe like this? Where are they coming from?
I would demolish the ones that are there now. We want to really change how houses are in this area.
Yeah.
Try Yaba, start with Yaba, move to Sule. Make sure that we make apartment buildings the norm. Because estates, is hard to say estate in Yaba because there's no space for that. You know, people. I feel like people don't understand how, like, for small businesses, how important every day is.
True.
Like, you can't miss a day because if you miss a day, you might not have enough money to continue. I remember when during that protest period, we came to the office and the office people were like, they're not open. And I'm so angry because I'm like, do you understand that if we don't make money, we can't pay for the office space and we can't pay salaries and we can't pay this, then it's like a downward spiral.
Yo guys, what's up? What's good? How you guys doing? Welcome back again to another amazing episode. Your boy remains Daki, and I kind of feel like at this point here, after I've officially announced that yes, this is a podcast, because what else if not a podcast? But anyways, I have with me obviously amazing Mr. Bright once again to have another series of conversation as it pertains to real estate, flings, progress, where we've begun, where we're coming from, and where we are going. So it's going to be an amazing conversation. If you think you don't know us, I kind of feel like this is like the best place to say, okay, I want to know what these guys are up to. Mr. Bright, how you doing?
I'm good though.
It's been a while. We've not spoken for like a while.
Yeah, I've missed you. It's been like how many weeks now? I've not heard from you.
Yeah, it's been a while we spoke.
No problem. We can catch them up.
Let's catch up. Okay, I think last time we spoke here, we're supposed to have a conversation. That was before the protest happened.
Protest.
Yeah, and then I heard a lot of people having conversations, and protest.
Yeah.
I heard people having conversations, and at the time I just know what your thought was
about protest.
About no, not just the protest. Now there were a lot of talks about how a lot of people felt like there was nothing to come outside. We could enjoy it. It is not like a big deal. A lot of people come out to say, let's give him time. You know, a lot of thoughts about it. But then, do you really think at the time that what we needed that it would come out and post businesses, or you think that it was like we could still maintain it and still go forward?
I think for me, the posting businesses is definitely no for me because, you know, I feel like people don't understand how, like, for small businesses, how important every day is.
True.
Like, you can't miss a day because if you miss a day, you might not have enough money to continue. I remember when during that protest period, we came to the office and the office people were like, they're not open. And I'm so angry because I'm like, do you understand that if we don't make money, we can't pay for the office space and we can't pay salaries and we can't pay this, then it's like a downward spiral. And the issue with downward spiral is once it starts, it takes a lot to stop it. Because the fact that you don't have money, you won't pay for ads. You don't pay for ads means you won't have money. That means you won't be able to pay for staff. The staff that you did not pay for means you won't have money. Then you just keep going down and down before you know you're at zero. So it's anything that will involve closing down businesses is very touchy conversation for me. But you know, Nigeria had this period. Man, no life for you. Guys, it be. But also the protest demands were not clear. So that's what for me from the beginning I knew it was not going to have a lot of momentum. Demands were not clear. It's like just plenty of things were on the list. Also, who is even holding the protest? I think the campaign of the anti-protest campaign was what made the protest popular.
Yeah, true.
In the beginning, I think I heard in one podcast that they are protesting. No, one guy did one video was like, August 1st we must protest. That was like the first time I actually heard of the protest from one guy in one video. Then I moved on with my life. There was as government freaked out. I
Yes,
started doing
right.
all this campaign. Don't protest, don't protest. That's when it became popular. Most people were just chill.
Wow. Anyways, I do was what I wanted to hear from you at the time, but I kind of feel like it makes sense now. Well,
Yeah, I
anyways,
know talk funny, but I don't want to. You don't
I
want to
know,
say
I
too
know,
much.
I know, I
Exactly.
know, I know. So I kind of feel like the
So
same
if I
though.
will cancel me now saying I'm going to like Nigeria. So
Well,
that's my political answer.
oh my God. Well, anyways, yeah, let's go back to real estate. I kind of feel like a lot of our new followers, right? People who joined us like 3 months ago, 2 months ago. If you be seeing our posts and everything, you will just think we're all about Leeds and Bradford. Because basically that's what we've been doing, Leeds, Bradford, and you're like, but so it's probably more like, what are these guys up to if you're just about two properties? I mean, like, people don't even know that we've done properties way, way back, and we're still going to do more coming forward.
Yeah.
You get so this is going to be more a conversation about where we began, right? So that we understand how we got to this space. So many questions are everywhere. We have apartments that we're doing for yearly rent, we're doing some for short let. Like, what's the goal of the firm? Is it that life happened to us and we move from year
Oh,
to year, or was it like in the grand book, like we're going to start from here and we're going to get here at this point? What is next 10 years looking like? Are we going to not do hourly rate or something? It's
our
just commercial
rent.
everywhere.
Short
So
stay. Because we do that one now if you want to do short stay. But the only people that do short stay is people that have bad things they want to do.
actually
Because
thinking about that,
why would you ever need an
what
apartment
do you
for
want to do for
just two
short stay for
hours?
2 hours? What are you doing
What
2 hours?
what
What are you
else do you
doing two
want to
hours?
do for 2 hours?
And it's always working hours.
And some people always like, some people be like, it's just 1 hour. Like they show for themselves that I see someone. There's no need to book more than 1 hour. Me, I
Are
know
you sure?
myself. 1 hour, I'm out of this place.
Oh, yeah. What the hell? I'm not going to say what I said. Well, anyways, yeah, let's go back in time.
Yeah.
I understand it began from ghetto still,
Yeah.
right? And the journey progressed to where we are. But then, what was the first apartment we worked on?
Cambridge. Cambridge was in Fadi. So Cambridge apartment. We launched that one ending of 2022. 2020, ending of 2020.
2020.
We launched Cambridge. That was our first ever built from scratch project. Started from beginning, we built that one. I think that one we mostly did yearly rental there. So from there we launched more and more and more and just keep going. And you mentioned something in the first question. You were like, where are we going with this? See, we want to the accommodation crisis. People keep talking about it, and a lot of solutions people bring up: regulate rent, regulate developers, do this, do that, create tech. The main thing is there are not enough houses. So one of our goals is to build 100,000 units within the next couple of years. So we want to build as many houses as possible.
possible.
I remember I was with a particular client and I was telling them that these buildings are 16th building, and they opened their mouth like, one even told me that where are people running to? I didn't know reach that. It just seemed like every time people are launching new projects, we have a long way to go. So at some point we will have 100 building under our name, and then it will still not be enough because 100,000 is a lot. And we also want to inspire other people to do that.
Yeah,
So that way, if everybody's building and we have enough units to go around, we can help the whole crisis and help with the accommodation issues.
Now, talking about 100,000 units, as at today's date, how many units have we cumulatively, if you want to put a figure to it, how many units we this year
Like
we've done?
250.
Oh,
So we still have a long way to
we still
go.
have a long way to go.
No, more than 250. Okay. If you add it, between 250 to 300. Between
Oh.
250 to 300. The
So we still have
total unit
about 99,000 plus.
99,700.
So in case you're just wondering, this is just the beginning for us.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we're not even anywhere close to 100,000. We are working towards at least by end of next year. Let's at least hit 1,000.
Okay.
So once we hit 1,000, we have 99,000 to go. So we'll just keep making it better and better.
Okay, so which leads me to this. Now, a lot of developers' problem, right, is the fact that they build an apartment, the next one is final. The next one, so it always gets better than everything. Now, when we do our own apartment, do we have, because a lot of us have what Bradford look like? We've seen Lit One, we've seen Cambridge, we've seen Oxford, and everything. They're all in progress. Is that what has shaped the fact that when you said we had some yearly and we had some monthly, or was it like in the roadmap that we're going to start with yearly rent and then we're going to go to monthly rent and short and everything?
Okay.
Or you think it's because the
when it
property-
comes to rental, because there are two sides, there's the looks of the apartment. So for the looks of the apartment, right, it has been from day one. So
Okay.
I remember I had a meeting with a friend of mine. She was saying how apartments on the mainland are usually ugly, things like
True.
that.
Fact.
And I think it's one of the reasons why we still have a lot of people go to the island, because when you come to the mainland, you're looking for a nice house. It's not as much as when you go to the island. So, which is something that we want to really sort so that people can actually start migrating back to the mainland. So we knew from beginning that we wanted to bring that aesthetic
Yeah.
back and make sure that mainland houses, we change the narrative around it. So that one was progressive. We knew that's what we wanted to do, but we knew we can't just start there. So we started improving on each unit. Each property gets better. Now for the monthly rent was more of the market forced our hand. So what even made us consider it was the price of apartment was getting a lot higher,
Okay.
and it became kind of yearly rent started becoming a not so profitable model anymore. We look at it that, okay, let's say Bradford, for example. Imagine you buy Bradford for 2.8 million and the rent is 800k. It's going to take you how many years to get your money back? Like close to 20 years.
Yeah.
And that just didn't sit right with us. So we moved to that monthly to make sure that our investors get. And then we now found out that people actually need it. Like a lot of people need it.
Monthly rents.
Wow. It makes sense, because if you look at the monthly rent model, look at Leeds 1, for example. We rented some yearly. Total package, Leeds 1 studio apartment was 2.2 million.
For a year.
For a year. Including service charge, diesel deposit, everything, 2.2. If you are renting the same Leeds 1 monthly, it's 350k a month. Now this 2.2 you've not furnished. To furnish a studio apartment in Leeds 1, we spend around 3 million. So if you are doing it yourself, you spend like 5.2 million. But if you rent yearly, to be 350k monthly, by the time you multiply by 12, you would have around 4.2, 4 point something million. So it's even cheaper. And the 350k, no NEPA bill, no nothing.
Yeah, just come to just stay.
Just come, everything is there, just move in, enjoy yourself.
Oh.
While the other one, you still have to pay this bill, that
pay that
bill,
one, you pay
after
NEPA
paying
bill.
5.2.
Pay
And
NEPA.
then payment plan. So this other one, you need to have all the money at once.
Yeah.
While the monthly rent is, you just need to have enough money for this month,
Work.
and then just keep going like
Yeah,
that.
true. Now, talking about the aesthetics of the building, right? You mentioned of Lekki, and I was going to stay there a bit. Now, Lekki is a commercial part of Lagos where we know a lot of guys that have money. So it's more like it's a social class thingy.
Yeah.
So it's believed that if you have a lot of money, you stay in Lekki, and then the not so
Rich people stay in mainland.
that is not confirmed, but that's the idea.
No, that's the idea. Yeah,
the not so people
understand.
who stay in mainland. And now you're giving the mainland folks an idea of what Lekki apartment look like. Do you think the mainland can afford it? Do you think it's something?
Oh, definitely, they can. We've not had any issue of people not being able to rent any of our apartments. But what we want to now do is, over the next couple of years, we want to give more options, because most of the buildings we have is studio and 1 bedroom.
Okay.
So we want to start doing 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom. For people being able to afford it, it's not even close. They can definitely afford it. In fact, once they come in, they say how it looks, they pay. Like I just said, we rented the studio for 2.2 million total package. We had more people who wanted it than units we had available at 2.2 million for the studio. So I'm sure if we had a 3 bedroom for 8 million, we'll probably get people 2 for it.
Yearly,
Yeah,
true.
because there are a lot of people out there that just want standard. And then it's easier for them to move around from the mainland than coming from the island.
Yeah.
Like, so like me now, my business is on the mainland. At one point, I might want to move to the island because maybe I don't have the kind of apartment I want here. But I know that before that time, I'll probably build it.
True.
So I'll build what I want here. But I can't stay in this. That's just it. I can't stay in this. I can't stay in any of our projects. I don't want anybody stressing me. Your light is not working. Come on, I will beat you.
My socket is bad.
You know, people don't. I have anger issues, though. Please, you should avoid me at all costs, because, like, I used to enjoy the fact that after work, like, I just go home
and sleep.
I just move on with my life, just do my thing. You come and knock on my door.
Say it's my socket that's bad.
You'll be attacked. I'm serious. Like, you now start saying I'm a customer. You're not a customer.
Customers are always right.
You'll be right somewhere else, maybe in loot. Because so I generally would not want to stay in one of the buildings because of I said maybe I can stay there in a way that nobody will know I'm affiliated with the company. but I just don't want anybody like I want to get home and just be home.
Home should not be work.
I don't want work and home to mix.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. But then it also brings me to this. Why we've been on the mainland from inception and we're still on the mainland now,
Yeah.
and then some of our future projects are still on the mainland. Do you ever think at some point in the business plan we want to move to the island?
Yes, we might move, but I'm not enthusiastic about it. There's nothing too interesting there.
500 million apartment,
And
700
I've done
million.
the maths. It's not as profitable. There's money, but it's not that. If you look at all the wahala involved, it's not worth it. The money I'm making here is good enough for me. I'm not a big fan of money like that. Like I'm not looking for crazy ass money. As I am, that is, I'm okay.
Like just be there.
But I'm very ambitious also. I want to make sure that I make a massive change, but
Yeah,
it's
true.
not really about the money.
True.
So I'm not very enthusiastic to go there, but it doesn't mean we might not have project there. But nah,
Well,
it's
that's
just something that I'm looking forward to or really planning.
Okay. Which also brings me to which project would you say from inception till date? I think we're still at Bradford now. Which one would you say was the most challenging for you?
Most challenging. Two projects that are most challenging.
Let me guess, this one.
No, this one was not even challenging.
Oh.
This one was walking in a park. To be honest, it's like taking candy from a baby. But if the baby can fight and has like a knife. But like it's still relatively easy.
Yeah, I get.
Right?
I
But
get.
it's not too easy like that. The two most challenging projects has been Cambridge and Chester One.
Oh, just someone.
Yeah, Chester One. Chester One took a while to finish, and the maths, it was just all the way. All these that's why we left. Chester One was the reason why we left. Stop doing lease, because when inflation hits you with a lease project, all your profit is gone, and then you're inside Egbesi. You have to start getting money from somewhere else to be able to finish the project.
Yeah, true.
So it's Cambridge and Chester One. Those are the two guys that, those projects took a lot.
Okay, so it turns to that. Which one would you say you're proud of the most?
It has to be Leeds One, because it's so fine. I like that white thing going
Yeah,
on.
I feel like. So
So
when we had the drone shoot of what this one looked like, it's something that I wish I could post like every day. In
I
case,
know,
in
right?
case you've not
So
seen it, please
nice.
go and watch our page.
So
Like,
nice. I like
it gives this view. Like you probably will not know we're in Yaba. You won't know we're around Akoka. Like it gives this view, like the whole white thing, and then the way a Bradford comes up, the leads comes up
yeah.
front. It was amazing.
I really like the project, but I think when List 2 is launched, it will top it. Especially List 2 and List 2 Prime.
So yeah.
At List 2 Prime. When we are complete, we are done with them too. I think it would to replace them.
Don't you think you cheated list one with list two? Like I see a lot of features. I'm seeing that list. One has gym, one does not have. One has
no.
Oh, like why we have this?
It's not cheating per se. We improved on it, because if you look at the price the guys in List 1 paid, it's nothing compared to List 2 prices. So it's not exactly cheating. It's more we improved on the facilities.
Oh.
So we significantly improved. With Bradford suits that we're about to launch, the improvement will be a lot more significant than the other ones too.
Talking about Bradford Street, and then I think this is where we'll probably not, the public are not probably aware about it yet, because not like giving them hints. But then, what's the future looking like for things?
So pool, gym, laundry room, security, elevator, 24 hours electricity. What else again? I think those are the key ones.
Now-
So it's like a hotel and an apartment mix.
Now somebody is thinking out there, this will cut our head, because if you're hearing all of these things, then imagine how much you live with.
Wow, you'll be able to afford it. Don't worry yourself.
Oh my God.
Also, you can stay there.
So we're still gonna have this one in Yaba too,
Which one?
the Bradford Street.
Yeah, that's going to be Yaba. It's close to the correct Bradford. It's in Akoka.
Oh.
It's going to be in Yaba too. And we're planning on building 3 of those. It's a 5-story building. We're planning on building 3 within the same area. We want to really change how houses are in this area.
Yeah.
Try Yaba. Start with Yaba, move to Surulere. Make sure that we make apartment buildings the norms. Because estates, it's hard to say estate in Yaba, because there's no space for that.
Thinking about it.
There's a couple of estates, but it's not like the way you see estates in Lekki. Lekki, every 2 streets has
Every
like
close
estates.
estate.
Everywhere
Yeah,
is
every
estate.
estate, yeah.
Because they have land. They have land. Here we don't have the land. So what we'll do is we'll buy a property, maybe 2,000 square meters, 3,000 square meters, or even 1,000 square meter. Fence it around and make it tall. So that way we can create an estate without needing too much land for it.
Now, don't you think this is one of the reasons why people are living in Yaba? Because just like you mentioned, If you do a drone shot of Yaba, it will be difficult to see any place with green grass. Like the idea of what we know as land, you most likely might not see any place like that. Like land. You most likely might not see. So if they are not land, how are we having built in a rock like this? Where are they coming from?
I would demolish the ones that are there now. So when we buy properties or do joint ventures, there are usually existing buildings there. We demolish them and then we do a new one.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
I kind of feel like at this point, this just gives a lot of viewers like an idea of what we're looking at, looking at what the next phase of our life want to look like. And just so you know, 100,000 units is not gain fit. Trust me, it's not gain fit. And this is one thing that, like you have said, something we want to attempt and see what it looks like. Not attempting, because we're going to do it.
We'll do it.
We're going to do it.
I'm sure.
I'm
not going anywhere now. I'm here.
No leave, no transfer.
I don't leave, no transfer. I'm here. I don't have any other thing that I'm doing. So
is there like a time frame for it? Like, is there like in the grand scheme of things? I was saying in next this or this. In next
realistically, I'm thinking around the 10th year, 10 years from now, will be either done or very
close to it.
10 years from now.
No. So this year, how many have we done this year? We got plans for this year.
We did over close to 200 this year. Most of the units we have,
we did them this year.
Before this year, we only had Leeds, Oxford, Cambridge, Fortune. Okay, we had like 4. Now we have like twice what we've done. So we have over 200 that is coming to market this year. Both the one that entered, even Leeds one is this year.
This one is this year,
yeah. So yeah, more than 200 this year. More than 200 this year.
Man, that's nice. I was telling Kiki, I said I was going to make a request right before you leave, and that's the fact that so you've always mentioned the fact that you're not the only one. There's also a partner that's at the go, and then a lot of people don't even know what that person looks like.
It's true.
People don't know what you look like. Other than we figure that the best person that can bring at the go on this set is you. So we want to say, okay, I don't know. For looking at what the next interview
next episode,
like,
I'll bring him.
Please. It's nice to speak and hear from his own point of view, because it looks like he's handling a different part of the company, and people also need to know what is also going on that end.
Yeah.
And I will say, okay, so
let's low key.
That guy is really low key.
Very low key.
I got really low key. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. Mr. Dak here. We have Mr. Bright here. Thanks for speaking with us again on this one.
Thank you very much.
It's insightful. I would just hope to see what the next one will look like. In case you don't know, if you're not following us, it is a good time to do that. Please follow our page, share our page, subscribe to our page, and be so sure that we're also going to come through and give you guys quality content every time. We've done amazing content. Mr. Bright has been giving us series on Rise Biz. He told you about how you don't need God. He told you about, I think we're on a series of myths now.
Yeah,
we're a series of myths on business. Yeah. So this is a good time to go and learn how to scale through your business sales, in your business career, how to make sales and all of that. This is a good time. And we always say, to make one of the biggest I've learned from him is the fact that you must read a book. The book is by Brian Tracy, Psychology of Selling. Yeah. Guys, I'm Daki. We'll catch you guys in the very next one.